All right. Hello, YouTube. How are you tonight? Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. All right. Here we go. Stand by. Talk show.
Recorded live.
Didn't have my mic on.
Hi, this is John Quinn. I'm the son of Fred the Ice Cream Man, retired Navy Senior Chief and the author of Someone Like Me. You're listening to Garden City Community Chat. And now here's your host and my good friend, Carrie. Take it away, Carrie.
Good evening and welcome to Garden City Community Chat. This podcast is dedicated to promoting our community and yours, offering news you can use and much more. And now, Garden City Community Chat. Well, good evening, Garden City, and hello to our friends in Westland, Dearborn Heights, Inkster, Redford, Livonia, Plymouth, and Canton. That is a mouthful. Thanks for joining us tonight. You're listening to Garden City Community Chat, show number 304 already, Mike. Can you believe it?
Wow, it is hard to believe.
It seems
even
like
though I have a shirt that says 300.
Yeah, me too.
Show for last month.
Nice shirt.
Yes, very nice.
All right. It's August 11th, 2016. This is Garden City's only live podcast where we share news you can use and promote our community and yours. I'm your host, Carrie, and joining me tonight is Garden City's favorite weather guy, Dr. Tom Iwinski. Tom, how you doing?
Well, I'm glad I'm still your favorite, regardless of what's going on today.
Yeah. Although there's a lot of people that likes this weather, Richard being one.
Richard may be the only one.
Yeah, I think so. Exactly. And also, former Garden City Councilman, you heard him in the background, longtime resident, Mr. Mike Jones. How you doing?
Outstanding, Carrie. A little warm, but I'm getting better.
Yeah, it is. It's really been brutal out there today, but we'll get all that shortly with Tom. Hey, guess what? Community Theater's back in Garden City.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to going next week.
And just a few minutes, we're going to be chatting with Mr. Alan Bennett. He's the technical director for O'Leary Auditorium at the Garden City High School, where they're bringing Fiddler on the Roof to the stage for the first time. And that starts August 18th and runs through the 21st. Pretty darn exciting.
Yes, it is.
So we'll be talking with him shortly. We'll also let you know how Kids Day in the Park went last Saturday. I can tell you the weather was a whole lot nicer that day, wasn't it?
The weather was ideal.
Oh, my gosh. Just perfect.
Not too hot, like 82, 83, and sunny. And
very, very nice.
Beautiful weather.
And you may or may not have seen some little red pigs invading our neighborhoods in the community. We're going to let you know what that's all about, too.
Yeah.
Tom's going to be here shortly to give us an update on this extremely dangerous hot weather, and it is. It's extremely dangerous out there.
Yeah, I think we're now in a severe drought.
Yeah, I would say so.
That's what the paper or the TV news said.
Yeah.
It said Western Wayne County as well. That sounds like us.
Yeah, it does. Joy and Holly, they're back with their 2-minute gardening tips, and tonight they're going to tell you how you can extend your strawberry patch. So people that like strawberries, you might want to listen up.
I love strawberries.
Mike also has some community announcements, as always. And, speaking of the hot weather, the Maplewood Community Center will be available as a cooling center. It was today till 9 p.m. and all day tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. both days. So
if you're stuck without air conditioning, and especially if you're susceptible to the heat,
please take advantage.
Elderly or something like that, don't hesitate to go over there and take advantage of being able to cool off, get some water.
Take advantage of it if you need it, because it's very important. Especially check on the elderly, and also don't forget our furry four-legged friends. Give them plenty of fresh water and try to keep them cool as well.
Right, they shouldn't be outside for long periods of time either.
No. All right, sit back, relax, grab your favorite cold beverage, and join us for the next 60 minutes or so. It's always a good time. All right, just a quick reminder about next week's show, when our guest is going to be Mr. Terry Krausen. Terry is a Garden City resident and also a Garden City Business Alliance member. and he's the owner of the Growth Coach of West Metro Detroit, which is dedicated to helping business owners and key managers build better businesses and better lives. So he's a great speaker, and I urge you to join us if you own or manage a business.
I think he spoke at our Kiwanis meeting a year or so ago.
Yeah, he's very, very good. We're going to be having several great community events that will be taking place throughout the year, not only here in Garden City, but surrounding communities as well. And we'll be here to announce those events for you as soon as we know when and where. Remember, if your community has some great events coming up this year, get the information to us as soon as possible by emailing us at gcommunitychat@gmail.com. And Mike, you'll be more than happy to share that information.
We'd love to give you your event a shout out and give it some advertising.
Give them some props. We invite you to be a part of the conversation here tonight. If you have a question or comment for us or our guest, we would love to hear from you. And we have a couple of ways that you can contact us. You can call in at 1-724-444-7444 and enter the call ID 82757 followed by the pound sign. Or you can join us in our chat room by going online to TalkShoe.com and search for call ID 82757. That's going to take you right to our main show page where you'll click on a large join in button. A window's going to open, sign in as a guest, and that's all there is to it. Once you're in that chat room, you can type your questions or comments at the bottom of the page, and you'll find our phone number and show ID there as well. If you'd like to text your questions to us, that number is 734-788-9319, and we look forward to hearing from you. Now, don't forget, all our shows are recorded, so you can catch us later at your convenience, which several of our listeners do by going to our main show page. And all 304 shows will be listed for you over there. The other day we did the Encore show.
Yeah, you say it's
575 downloads just in like 3 days. So.
And that was for an encore.
Yeah, Encore show. So that was very impressive. I let John know about it, too. He was real pleased. So please check out those shows. The audio from tonight's show will be posted on our Facebook page at facebook.com/GCChat about 30 minutes or so after we sign off tonight, so please look for that as well. We are also doing a live unedited video of tonight's show, so you can put a face with the voice, and that will be available tomorrow on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/communitychatshow. Please watch for that, and while you're there, why not subscribe to our channel? That way you'll be notified when we post future shows. Just click on the little red subscribe button right below the video. All right, I think it's time to get Tom in here and see about our chances for maybe some cooler weather. So let's see how that goes.
Yeah, October.
Okay, let's get a check on the weather with Doppler Tom, see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend. Tom, what do you have for us? Tom, I'm melting.
I'm there with you. I think I'm in a pool of just sweat right now. But these last few days especially have been extremely warm for this time of year, and yesterday was just a real big start of it. I mean, it has been warm all this summer, and we're starting to get like really, really warm because the humidity really started to increase yesterday. We were well into the 90s yesterday, and the humidity was very, very high for the daytime hours. I mean, we're talking about humidity levels that are in the 60s during the daytime hours, which is something that you don't see too often, and that made the heat index well over 100 degrees, and there's carbon copy today as well, which was another very hot and oppressive day outside. So it doesn't surprise me that the Maplewood Center is a cooling center, because they definitely take that to your advantage, because like I say, during the overnight hours, it's still very warm and very humid out there, and you can't really cool down the body if you don't have AC. And sometimes you can run into the problem where you can actually lose your life. So if you definitely want some cooling down during the daytime hours, definitely head over there, and you will definitely not regret it. But talking about the weather more, you're looking for relief. Well, the good news is I do see relief, so that's the good news. But we'll get into that shortly. And I do see rain as well in the forecast. I know they were talking about some rain today, but I didn't really think that we were going to get rain today, because what happens is you get so much warm air developing during the day that the atmosphere becomes a little capped in areas, which means that you can't really get that warm and humid air to punch into the atmosphere to really get the atmosphere to balance out, if you will, and get those rain and thunderstorms. So today we were kind of more tapped, but we did see some areas that got some brief downpours of rain. And tomorrow is the day where I think we're going to get a little bit more rain, but you're going to have to be patient because I don't think it's going to occur until late in the day tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be another warm and very oppressive day with temperatures in the 90s again.
Oh, my God.
Heat index values will be well over 100 degrees again.
Ugh.
And I don't think we're going to see rain until probably 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night when the sun begins to set, because we're, again, going to be in a very capped atmosphere. And once we get into the evening hours, we're going to have a front that begins to move through. So we are going to probably see some rain late in the day tomorrow, and that will probably cool us down during the overnight hours Friday night and into Saturday, hopefully. It will start to cool us down and into the weekend as well. As we get into the weekend, I do see overall it's going to be a cooler, drier weekend out there with temperatures in the 80s. So a little bit of a change. Saturday will probably be in the upper 80s, and then Sunday will probably be in the low 80s. So we're gradually going to normal because the daytime high of normally at this time of year is in the low 80s.
Wow.
So that's where it should be this time of year, and that's where we are going to be heading into next week as well, which is some great news. I do see temperatures all of next week being into the low to mid 80s. So that's
nice.
very nice for us to be dealing with here. That after these days after days of oppressive heat, and the humidity levels are going to be lower as well. But the bad news is I don't really see much rain next week as well. So like Mike was mentioning, we need to talk about this drought.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, over the last few weeks, every Thursday at 10 a.m., the official drought monitor comes out, and today we had a brand new update. And what I say is that there's 5 categories of drought. There's D0 and all the way to D4. D0 is abnormally dry. That's where we have been the last few months. D1 is the moderate drought. That's where we have been the last few weeks. And like he said, we now need to bring in a new category. We are now in D2, which is severe drought, which is very dangerous for you to deal with. And there's only 2 more categories to go up to, and that's D4, and that's the worst drought that you could see here.
That's by California,
I don't really
right?
see much relief.
That's called Sahara.
Yeah. Right.
That's what California is dealing with. They're in D4 drought for the last 6 years.
Oh, my gosh.
That's something that they are continuing to deal with. And
wow.
Hopefully our drought doesn't last that long, and I don't think it will, but over the next few months, I definitely feel like it's going to be a little bit hairy here when it comes to our drought. So that means you definitely need to not really have a lot of big, crazy outdoor burning sessions, during the evening hours. I know a lot of people like to have bonfires and stuff, but we had firefighter Steve on last week, and he talked about how sometimes those can get out of control very easily.
Yeah.
And you can get that grass fires very easily. And once one spark travels, you never know what can happen.
Yeah.
And just wanted to briefly mention that with the drought as well. And as I expand outward and talk about some other weather, we aren't really seeing too much crazy weather. We are seeing some severe weather across the plains, and that system is going to move east and affect us tomorrow, but I don't think we're going to be dealing with the severe weather. The biggest threat tomorrow will be hopefully some torrential downpours to help cool us down. And the hurricane season is well into full swing. We had a hurricane last week, but luckily the hurricane season and the activity in the hurricane season is kind of quieting down. Not too
really
much
been
out
quiet.
there. So that's some good news. If you have any travel across the tropics. The last story I have is kind of an astrology story. Let's just say, if you're laying in bed and you're exhausted and you can't sleep because it's too hot, well, just go outside because there's going to be a show outside tonight.
Yeah.
There's going to be a meteor shower. If you are into that kind of stuff and you don't really know how to sleep in this crazy weather, just go outside and enjoy it. You're not going to need a jacket, so I can promise you that, because some meteor showers are kind of strange here in Michigan, where you got to go out in the middle of January to see them, and I have done it. And they're very, very uncomfortable, but you will definitely get a good show, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
But switching back to this meteor shower, this is an annual one that we see every single year. It's the biggest meteor shower of the year, and it's the Perseus meteor shower. It comes from the constellation Perseus in the northeast part of the sky. So anytime after midnight until the sun starts to shine out during the dawn hours is the best time to go out there to see them. And what you really need to do is go out there for a little bit of time to really get your eyes adjusting to the darkness of the sky so you can really see them. But you probably won't see as many as you would say if you were in like a cottage up north, per se, where there's no light pollution. But I have seen quite a bit here over the last few years during and over the few nights. I've seen at least a few dozen. So if you're patient, you can definitely see them. And once it gets past after 2 a.m., all you got to do is just basically lay on the grass and look up, and you'll have a show pretty well. So just wanted to briefly mention that if you're having some problems sleeping tonight and you want to go outside and kind of enjoy that. But other than that, if you want to keep tuned to my local weather information and the heat and hopefully some rain to really cool us down, go to my website, DopplerTomsWeather.com.
Yeah, and if we can keep the mosquitoes away, too, it'd be nice out there laying in the grass.
We don't really
have a lot of breeding grounds.
Lush grass, if you know what I mean, to really keep those mosquitoes.
Right.
So we don't really see any ponds of water where they can really collect. So that's I guess that's some good news.
Yeah, that does help. But I'll tell you, they love me no matter what. They just flock to me.
You're a mosquito magnet?
Yeah, I'm a mosquito magnet for sure.
Lucky you.
Yeah. No, not so lucky. All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Doesn't look like Alan Bennett is on the phone yet. So I think what we'll do is let's go to Holly and Joey.
Yeah.
And let's get that out of the way. All right? Not out of the way, but
maybe in a couple minutes he'll be on.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Joey and Holly.
Strawberries.
Yeah.
This is Gardening in 2 Minutes. Strawberries fall into two categories: June bearing, which means they produce berries during the June month, and everbearing, which means they produce berries throughout the warm season as long as the temperatures do not exceed 78 degrees Fahrenheit. But now's the time of year that you can expand your strawberry patch and or create a new one for free without having to buy any plants at all.
In the mid to late summer, June-bearing strawberries put out what is called runners or daughter plants. They're just an extension, kind of like almost like a vine that shoots off the plant, and then it roots itself wherever it decides to land, and this creates another plant. And then the conjunction will eventually die off between the two. So this is how your strawberry patch can grow. You can also take a runner, replant it into some, say like a cup of soil, and then you can transplant that somewhere else as well.
The daughter plants will disconnect at the time that they are mature and do not need assistance from the mother plant. And there can be 6 or 7 junctions of daughter plants from a mother plant. Again, you want to wait until they are maturely established in the ground, or like Holly said, you can put them in a container, and then once they've rooted in that container or pot, then you can cut the vine and move them to their new location. You want to wait about a week after you've disconnected them from the main vine to make sure they do take establishment. We run about a 70 to 75% survival rate before we transplant them into a new location. For more information on strawberries, strawberry runners, and how to expand your strawberry patch for free, our weekly video productions, as well as our free downloadable digital quarterly magazines, you can find all that information at
theWisconsinVegetableGardener.com.
A gardener for all gardeners. For Gardening in 2 Minutes, I'm Joey Baird.
I'm Holly Baird.
All right. Thank you, Joey and Holly from Wisconsin. I wonder if it's cooler there.
I don't know.
Oh, it's not.
Is it?
No.
No.
And I was listening to them, and they said the plant won't produce strawberries above 78. Is that what I heard right?
Yeah.
Well, that's not until October.
Yeah, right.
I heard we've had we're more than 6 inches below on water.
Wow.
Fall, just in May, June, July, and August.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Rainfall is.
Once that piles up, it's hard to break it.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
exactly.
California knows that they're over 3 feet below normal on rain.
That is unbelievable.
How bad it is.
I don't know how they're surviving out there, really.
Yeah,
it's burning up.
Yeah.
It's
Certainly,
mind-boggling.
certainly
Because
doesn't tempt me to want to
once we get
move.
into that
No,
drought,
me
it has
neither.
to- It has to break somehow, and sometimes we can get a big flood. So hopefully
Yeah.
that doesn't happen.
Right, exactly.
Because this day, a few years ago, is when that big flood happened.
Mhm.
That's great.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
So.
All right, I think Mr. Bennett is on the line. Alan, are you there?
Good evening, Terry. How are you tonight?
Good, great. Hey, let me introduce you. He is the technical director for the Garden City High School Community Theater at O'Leary Auditorium, correct?
Yes, that's correct, Terry. Thank you.
All right. So, Alan, why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about yourself, give a little bit of background, and then we'll get into some other stuff.
Certainly. I've been a resident, my family and I have been a resident for 21 years at Garden City.
Mm-hmm.
I was originally born and raised in Westland and found my way into the fine community of Garden City when my wife Laura and I started having children and knew about the school system, and that's really what the draw was to this fine community.
Mm-hmm.
And we found a home here and have stayed and enjoyed every minute of it.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad you settled and chose Garden City. Welcome.
Thank you.
So let me ask you, the community theater is back, right? Was it ever here or was it ever gone? I mean, how do you answer that?
Well, it is certainly back. It is back with a vengeance this summer with the wonderful creative efforts of Mr. Greg Wiglansky, who is a teacher here at Garden City High School,
Mm-hmm.
and directs both the straight shows in the fall and the musicals in the spring. He's been here at Garden City for 2 years now. He's an extraordinarily talented, and he came in with a group of other talented individuals. His wife is a choreographer.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a close friend who's the music director, and I was fortunate enough to join him as technical director, which when you're not the choreographer, director, or the music director, everything else kind of falls into your plate as technical director. So,
Okay.
and he has brought it back. From the moment that I met him, it was something that he mentioned that it was a desire of his to bring it back into this proud community,
Mm-hmm.
and he is committed to doing it in the future. We're very excited with the production for Fiddler on the Roof. As a matter of fact, I'm coming to you live right now from just off the stage at the O'Leary Performing Arts Center. We're putting all the finishing touches on our sets, and we're doing a little follow-up building and painting and getting everything ready for our opening night, which will be at 7 o'clock 1 week from tonight on August 18th, 7 o'clock.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
tickets go on sale 90 minutes before each performance, and we would love to have the wonderful, supportive community of Garden City come out, and even in the neighboring communities too.
Sure.
Even the people from out of town.
Right.
Come on out and enjoy a very nice musical, one of the American classics, certainly one of the greatest American musicals ever written.
Mm-hmm.
And the cast has been wonderful. They're very talented. They sing, they dance, they act. They're just tremendous, and we're excited to showcase what we've been working on for the past couple of months to the community of Garden City.
Now, Alan, was Hairspray part of the community theater?
Hairspray was not. Hairspray was strictly a high school production.
Okay.
The community theater is an offshoot, certainly, of the schools insofar as, we're using the facilities and some of their supplies and things like that. And
Right.
a lot of people that are involved in this production, like I mentioned before, are either alumni of Garden City High School or current residents.
Okay.
So it's affiliated in that way insofar as we're using the facilities, but it is strictly a community theater, whereas, the community cannot audition for a regular high school show like Hairspray or a year ago like the production of Shrek.
Okay,
This
yeah.
one is all community founded.
Okay, I got you. So this is the first time ever for the Fiddler being here, right?
Yeah, from what we're getting, we've gotten feedback from a great many people. For instance, Police Chief Muri, I guess, was very fond a few decades ago. Don't want to disclose his age, but a few decades ago, he was very fond of the community theater. He was very happy to hear
Yes.
that it was coming back. So at least we know up until the mid-'80s that there was a community theater that was active here in Garden City.
Okay.
And it just wasn't a summer, from what I understand it. At one point, it just wasn't a summer production. It was done in other parts of the year as well. I'm not sure strictly spring or fall, but there's at least one cast member, and she recalls doing shows that took place at different parts of the year. So Mr. WcLance, he is very, very committed to this community, and really enjoys and appreciates the support of bringing live theater, good classic live theater, to the area. And we're just fortunate enough to have a great facility like O'Leary, and we're able to put on some wonderful shows. So yes.
Right. So speaking of the cast, how big is the cast? What's the size of the cast? Pretty big, eh?
We're running right around 40 people in total.
Is that behind the scenes too then?
Behind the scenes, quite surprisingly, because we have roughly 40 people in the cast, we don't require a lot of stage crew for this show. We'll probably just have maybe one or two people backstage.
Wow.
Just because we're going to employ all the actors to actually work also as stage hands as well, moving the scenery in and out and the sets and things like that. It's an idea that worked quite successfully for Hairspray.
Yeah.
We did not have a lot of stage crew for Hairspray just because our cast was so large of that show and that we had so many large functional sets that we had to move in and out. So we kind of experimented with that show and liked the results. So we thought, well, why don't we change a good thing? Let's stick with what we've got. So,
that is a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about building the sets and stuff? Do you use the cast too for that?
We do. As a matter of fact, yeah, we've got both. The nice thing about the community theater is that we've got both the kids and the adults that are in the show, as well as their parents and their friends and their neighbors in a couple of situations have come in and helped us build. And it's very laid back. As a matter of fact, before coming on the show here tonight, I had a lady tell me about how nervous she is that here it is, opening night is a week away. And,
won't be long.
And I said, this is typical. I mean, you get the best productivity out of people when they know what the drop dead date is, and we all have an idea of what we have to do to get done.
Exactly.
It's amazing how fellow humans can focus for an endeavor like this. So yeah, it's been wonderful having all of our very, very active, very creative people volunteer what their talents are in order to bring that to this production. So yeah, so in a nutshell, when someone comes to see Fiddler, they'll not only see their neighbors and the other people, the people that work in the businesses and perhaps people they graduated with. They'll not only see them on the stage, but we also want it known that behind the scenes, the building of the sets, the painting, the technical direction, all of that stuff was all community based. Everybody was affiliated with Garden City in some way, shape, or form. So it's awesome. A really, really proud effort.
That is really, really awesome. What are the age ranges of the cast? Oldest to youngest?
We have a gentleman by the name of Daniel and Mason, I believe, are both 8 years old.
Wow.
And our oldest member is in his late 50s. I won't disclose exactly how old he is, but he's in his late 50s. So and it covers the gambit because we have current, elementary school students, we have current middle school students, current high school students, newly graduated students that just went through commencement this past June, all the way up, like I said, citizens and alumni of the great Garden City High School. So
that's great. Can you just tell us a little bit briefly about the story of Fiddler on the Roof? What it's about? Yeah.
Fiddler on the Roof takes place in a little village called Anateska in eastern Russia, and in approximately 1905. So it is certainly just a few decades before the terrible Holocaust and what happened and what resulted in World War II. This is kind of a precursor to that, and it follows the story of a husband and wife named Tevye and Golda, who have 5 daughters who are all unwed, and it is Tevye's goal to get them all married off, and intertwined within that is Tevye's struggle to accept the irregular things of the outside world that threaten his traditions, the things that he believes guide his life. And so there is that internal struggle of the outside world versus what he knows that has worked for centuries for his people and for his family. And so there's that internal struggle of being the the patriarch of the family, trying to keep them safe, and at the same time, he has children who want to kind of dip their toe into the outside world, if you will, and try things out on their own. And in addition to that, then there's the added pressure of the Russians, whose ultimate goal is to just purge the land of all Jewish people.
Wow.
And that's where the play is going to. But when I say that, I want to underscore this by saying Fiddler on the Roof is a celebration about life. It's a celebration about appreciating the small little nuggets that make up our lives.
Right.
Things like weddings and remembering our ancestors who have passed on before us. It's all of those happy things. If Fiddler on the Roof first of all, is not a depressing or melancholy play by any stretch of the imagination. It simply shows you, it's almost a mirror of what daily life, in just an ordinary guy's life is all about. So if you're sitting in the audience, you think, wow, I've experienced that,
Can
or
relate,
I can't imagine what that must be like
Yeah.
to go through. There are elements and scenes in this show that will touch everybody, young and old. It's very much a family show. There is nothing offensive from beginning to end in this show, but there is certainly a lot for everybody to really enjoy and really kind of escape with Teddy and his family into a world that may seem far away, may seem long ago, 1905 being roughly 111 years ago, yet the themes and the topics that are discussed in Fiddler on the Roof are items and unfortunate situations that we see in the news on a daily basis today.
Yeah.
So it really has relevance to what we live in a world, with mean people and destructive people and hate-filled people, and how you try to fight against that and yet still maintain your honor and your dignity and what you believe in is the right way to do things.
Wow, what a great message there, too, huh? For sure.
Excellent message, yes.
And some great music, too, I understand.
Absolutely. The Papa.
If I Were a Rich Man, isn't that in there?
Yeah,
If I Were a Rich
and,
Man.
two of the standards that are in this show, Sunrise, Sunset, and Sabbath Prayer, quite routinely are performed in many weddings, even today.
Yes.
A lot of brides especially love the words and the deep felt meaning of what those words represent, and love to have those in their ceremonies. So this songbook, this score for this show is so recognizable to the average American that I would not be surprised to hear people say afterward, I did not know that song or this song was from Fiddler on the Roof.
Okay, yeah.
And
That's true.
It's one of those that you hear. It's used in commercials. It's used, almost like a soundtrack of a typical American's life.
Right.
And until you know, that's from Fiddler on the Roof, you'll have actually a greater appreciation for
That's
that.
a great musical.
It is, yeah. And actually, you're in the play, aren't you? And didn't you have to grow some facial hair for this?
I'm in the play. I play the role of Tevye.
Yeah.
And I had to grow my beard out, much to the chagrin of my lovely wife Laura and especially my daughters. My daughters can't stand it. But yeah, it's and as we laughingly say in our household, it's for the theater, so it's all good.
So it's coming off right after the play, then.
If I can shave it off before the cast party, I would love to do that. It's driving me crazy, especially these hot days. It for some reason becomes extra itchy and extra irritated. So yeah, it's been a fun run, but I look forward to the day where the beard is a mere memory.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you a question that a lot of us are hearing around town. The parking situation. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the parking lot's going to be done over there. So how are we going to handle that?
That is a great question, and this is a wonderful forum to address that. And again, this is just some of the conversations that I've had with Greg Wiglansky, the director. The school system has provided the south part of the O'Leary Performing Arts Center, the actual grass area between Maplewood and the south side of the library, the south lobby at O'Leary, an area to park in, as well as other areas south of the school but north of Maplewood, if you will, to park. and they kind of went through a little trial run earlier this summer when they had several of the dance academies perform here at O'Leary. They tested it out to see how many car spaces they would need. So we're going to ask everybody at this point to enter our parking area off of Maplewood in what is currently the bus turnaround, which just is south of the school.
Okay.
And if you go there, we promise we will have wonderful volunteers that will be working the area that will flag people in and get their cars parked and get them situated well in advance of our 7 o'clock curtain. We just ask for a little bit of patience. This isn't anything that I don't think anybody had planned for here in Garden City.
Right.
But I do know that for at least 2 years, they had wanted to do the parking lot, and now we're here. We're experiencing it. The old parking lot is all tore up. It's just gravel and a whole bunch of nastiness, so there's nothing there.
Right.
So we're just going to have to suffer through. But here's my guarantee. I guarantee that if you're patient and you park your car on the lawn, I guarantee you're going to be entertained by what you see on the O'Leary stage that night for that performance of Fiddler on the Roof. So that's our deal. If you come and tolerate and use our grassy parking lot, then I promise we will dance and sing and act our hearts out on the stage for everybody that comes to see us during our run of Fiddler on the Roof. So
let's not.
Hopefully everybody will take me up on that offer, and we'll be able to fill every one of our 944 seats that are in O'Leary right now.
All right. Yeah, let's not the parking situation discourage anyone from not coming. That's for sure.
Right. Absolutely.
So what is next for the theater after this? Does it close down for the summer, or will there be anything planned for the holidays or anything this fall? Or
I believe Mr. Wiklansky is currently thinking about a couple of straight shows, non-musicals to do sometime in the fall. I don't know if he's got anything targeted for the holiday season or not. I always like to, when I work with Greg, I always tell him, because he looks very much into the future and knows the direction that he wants to take the theater department here at Garden City. I am more of a, hey, let's finish this show and put a bow on it and
go from there.
Maybe get a good night's rest and then talk about the next season. So the guarantee is that we will do a straight show in the fall, and then we'll do another fantastic spring musical in the spring of 2017. And
awesome.
Mr. Wiklansky is a very talented man and has a real knack for choosing excellent shows, both for the straight show in the fall and for the spring musical that are heartwarming and touching and very entertaining and funny. And so certainly in the future, we welcome everybody to come along. And if you've enjoyed our productions in the past with Shrek or Over the River Through the Woods or Hairspray, you will certainly love Fiddler on the Roof. And then going further with the Summer Community Theater, I guarantee that the great shows will be chosen down the road. And again, we welcome everybody to get involved and to show up and audition and sing and see what you can do on our stage, because we would love to have you.
Well, I think it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful time for everybody, and I know it's been well promoted, well received. Hopefully you're going to have some big crowds out there, and people, like you said, be patient with the parking, and everything's going to be great. So why don't you give us the times of the performances again? It's general seating, right?
It is general seating, $10 per ticket. So it is not reserved seating at all. So it's basically first come, first served. The show dates are next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So that's August 18th, 19th, and 20th at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
And the Sunday, the only Sunday performance is a matinee at 2 p.m. So on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, our box office will open at 5:30 for people to purchase tickets, and it will open at 12:30 on Sunday. And then typically our auditorium doors open approximately 30 minutes before curtain. That seems to be the way that things work out well to get everybody seated and ready for that 7 o'clock curtain. And certainly if, and I just want to make this blanket statement, this goes even beyond our summer community theater here, but here at Garden City High School, We like it when we have a lot of people in our lobby at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because that means that we need to hold the curtain and we need to wait for all of those wonderful patrons to find their way into our auditorium.
Right. So you'll wait for everybody to be seated. Yeah.
So I don't want anybody to worry that if they're in the parking lot and they're trying to park their car, and it's 5 minutes to 7, that they're going to miss the opening of the show. If they're able to get into that south lobby right off our grassy parking lot, we will hold the curtain for them so that they will have enough time to locate a good seat in O'Leary. And that's the wonderful thing about performing and seeing an event in O'Leary Theater, is that there are no bad seats. We don't have any obstructed view.
No.
We accommodate wheelchair access.
Yeah.
It is a wonderful facility.
The sound is good.
Every seat in the theater is top notch.
Great. Mike, did you have a question or comment?
It's bad luck to start a performance right at 7 o'clock anyway.
Your typical actor will tell you that, exactly. So that
absolutely. As a season ticket holder,
that's never a good thing.
Participant in many theater shows. I can tell you that.
Never start on time.
Never start on time.
Never.
Right.
Well, how about some contact information? Say a resident or somebody wants to get involved in the community theater. How would they go about getting a hold of you?
Absolutely. They can call me on my cell phone. I've got voicemail. They can call me at any time. My cell phone number is area code 734-536-1890.
Okay.
Or they could email. Our current email address is gcfiddler, so that's GCFIDDLER 1616 @gmail.com.
Okay. Awesome.
Just gcfiddler16 @gmail.com. So either call or send an email, and I will respond as soon as I possibly can. And or you can always call the school office. The school office is open Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. They're closed for lunch from 11 until 12 noon. Unfortunately, I don't have that number off the top of my head, but if they call information or look in their phone books, people do still have phone books, right? And hopefully I'm not dating myself here. But,
that's hard.
You got Google. You got Google and cell phones.
Right. You can talk to Google now. Anything else you wanted to cover before?
Well, first of all, just as a follow-up, Carrie, I want to thank you for all of your wonderful support, both you and your lovely wife. You have been fantastic, and certainly all the members of the community that we have gotten feedback from. They're wonderful, enthusiastic people that love the arts and love the fact that they can just go down the street and for a few dollars sit and be entertained and really enjoy themselves. And that would not be possible without wonderful, active, very passionate community supporters like you. So I want to thank you for from the cast and the limited crew here at the Garden City, the first in a long time Summer Community Theater Group, that we really appreciate the outreach that you provided us and your wonderful support and certainly your enthusiasm for Garden City and what it represents.
Well, you're very welcome, and this show is yours. Anything we can do for you, just let us know, and we've been more than happy to do anything for you. So I think what you're doing is a great thing too. The community is gonna love it. I know we're all excited about it, and break a leg.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Mike, any comment?
A week from tonight at 7 o'clock, or Friday, or Saturday, or Sunday, in O'Leary Theater.
All right. Thank you very much. You take care and say hi to the whole cast, and best of luck to you.
I will. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye. All right. Alan Bennett. Very exciting.
Yeah, this is exciting.
Yeah.
It's great to see this coming back. Just another example of
what a community.
Many good activities.
Exactly.
That are bringing out citizens of this community to have a good time together.
To come together and what a wonderful evening out. Take your wife or your kids. It's family oriented.
Oh, it's a great family show.
Have dinner before at one of our great restaurants in Garden City.
I was just thinking, if I show up at 5:30 and buy my tickets in advance, I could go to Tony's and have dinner and get back by 7.
Get you some roasted chicken or something over there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
just make a night of it.
Yeah, and then people won't want to sit real close to me because I'll have all that garlic dip from my chicken.
Oh, isn't that awesome?
Oh,
my
it is.
gosh. Yeah, so it's a great thing, and we're very happy that
Or the new hamburger place would be a good
gonna
place
be
to
back.
go.
Sure, any restaurant in Garden City would be awesome, for sure. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about Kids Day in the Park.
Fantastic.
It was a great day.
We had a great day. The weather is ideal.
Oh, it's just wonderful.
The turnout was good. We had 140 wristbands sold, so we must have had 140, 150 kids
Okay.
that were there.
Yeah. We had quite a few in the scavenger hunt area over there, I know.
Yeah, the scavenger hunt was popular. I think everything
Cookie decorating, everything
was
was-
popular.
That basketball thing was very popular.
Oh yeah, we got to get that back to
Holy cow.
in the future.
You didn't even miss the rock climbing wall with
No,
that.
this was much better.
Much.
There were kids.
Kenny was really busy over
Yeah,
there.
there were kids over there competing against each other. And
Yeah.
Kenny pushed the button and the countdown would start. And whoever made the most baskets
Yeah.
would win, and whoever made the fewer baskets got sprayed with water.
Yeah, I mean,
there were people that were trying to lose. They wanted to get sprayed.
I kept looking over there, and all I kept seeing was basketballs going in the air, in the air, in the air.
I saw some kids that were obviously too young to actually have the physical strength to get the basketball to the hoop.
Yeah.
So they probably shot 15 or 20 times. They got about halfway up to the hoop.
Yeah.
But they certainly enjoyed getting sprayed. That was
And the bouncers were popular. We had like
Always.
4 of them, I think, 3 or
yep,
4.
4 of them. Yeah.
And everything was really well received.
4 counting the baseball one where they were hitting.
Oh yeah, right.
3 that the kids actually went into.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about this is the first year we had it in August. Does it look like we're going to keep August then?
That decision hasn't been made yet, but I think we liked the way this one turned out. Always before we've had it in May.
Right.
And we've had heavy competition with Relay for Life, Mother's Day, Memorial Day, end of school activities.
Not to mention the weather. You never know what
Yeah.
the weather will be in May.
We did have a suggestion from one of our, well, she's not an elected official. She's actually an employee. She's a city clerk treasurer.
Oh, okay.
That suggested we might want to look at like the second week of September after school is back started again.
That's true too.
Weather
That's true,
should
too.
still probably be pretty good.
Yeah, September is a good month.
And you'd have kids anxious to probably
Get
to
out.
do something like that.
Yeah, vacations would be over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might
We
be a
wouldn't
good
lo-
idea.
We
Might
wouldn't
wanna
lose
bring
anybody
up.
that was away on vacation. So that decision will be made by the board. We had, as I say, a good turnout. We got over $300 from the wristbands, and those were cheap. I mean, we were $3 for a kid or $5 for a family, and some of our families had 6 or 7 kids.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't know how they justified all of those were under 11, but whatever.
Yeah.
We made $100 off of the concessions because that's our agreement with them. They can sell the food and they just pay us $100
Right.
for
Flat
it,
fee. Yeah.
flat fee for it. We paid the magician $225.
Boy, he had a crowd there.
Oh yeah,
He was there last year too.
yeah. He's got a great program for young kids.
Yes, he does.
It's
and
really-
gets them involved.
Yeah, it's very oriented for that kind of an audience.
Yeah,
And
he did good
They
job.
were having a heck of a time with him.
Yeah.
We spent over $1,800 for the bouncers and the
Wow.
and the basketball thing and the popcorn machine.
Yeah,
So
that's
that was
some
our biggest
dinero.
bill. We had to pay for rental of the pavilion. We had to buy new wristbands. Those were our expenses. The Kiwanis budgeted $1,500 for this.
Okay.
Now we spent about $2,200.
Oh, so you went over.
But we had income from the wristbands. We had income from the concessions.
Food, yeah.
We had donations of about $580.
Oh, wow.
Couple businesses in the community donated. Mm-hmm. And a lot of Kiwanians donated. We'd have our 50-50 raffle at East
Yeah, I
at
made a
lunch each week.
donation,
And,
yeah.
and probably half or 2/3 of the time, whoever wins the 50-50 raffle donates it back to the club. and
Yeah. Yeah.
They'll designate it for something like Kids Day in the Park. Mm-hmm. Although I had to convince Ken Stewart, who won today, He says, Kids Day in the Park. I says, no. Kids Day in the Park is over.
Right. Kids Day, Christmas.
Designate it for the Christmas party.
Yeah.
We'll need money for that. So the net result was we came out with like $280 profit.
Yeah, almost.
But that's
just under
that- that's out of-
300.
That's out after spending $1,500 of our own
Yeah.
budgeted money,
Right.
plus all the other incomes that we had,
Yeah.
little bitty incomes that we had on it. So for less than $300 profit, the community had a hell of a time.
Yeah, it was a
And
good
it,
time.
and it wasn't designed to be a fundraiser. So
No.
I don't worry about whether we
Right.
break even or
If you make some, that's just a little
Yeah,
gravy
yeah,
for
that-
next time. So.
right.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't have made anything
All
if it,
goes
were,
in the bank.
if it wasn't for the donations. We would have been negative, but and that would have been okay too.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's a day for the kids.
Yeah.
Basically what it is.
Yeah, but it was great. They had
Yeah.
the face painting, they had the hat decorating, they had the cookie decorating, they had scavenger hunt. The
Yeah.
library had a
Magician.
story
Walk.
storybook walk.
Yeah.
There was kids ID program set
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Was it the Masons that had that?
I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was the hospital was there and gave out information about health care as well as allowing the kids to make a button for free. I got a button at home that they gave me. So
It was a good time.
it was.
And the weather couldn't have been better, believe me,
Yeah.
after we had so much of this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the nice break in the we've had days when it was cold in May. We've had days when it was very rainy.
Yep. We've had it all.
And we've had days in the last month when it was very hot, and we didn't get any of those.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
This is about 83, which is plenty warm enough.
Well, August is good, but hey, if they wanted to look at September, I think that's a nice idea too. That
Yeah,
could be
we'll-
a nice change.
Yeah.
All right.
My only feedback is I keep telling these people who win the 50-50 raffle when they want to donate the money what the next big fundraiser or
Yeah, that's-
next big event is.
Right.
If,
There's
we
so
move
many.
if we move it to September, then you got 9 months for Kids Day and only 3 months left for Christmas party.
Right.
I'm gonna
Yes.
have
I know. That's
I'm
true.
going to have to try to channel a few more of the monies in the Christmas party. The Christmas party is going to have some serious look at to see how we can deal with some of the issues and so forth that are involved with that.
Yeah. There's a lot involved with that too.
Yeah.
All right. All in all, Kids Day in the Park, success.
Very good success. Nice article in the paper.
Yeah. Nice article in the Observer about it today.
Yeah. There was a fine at our Kiwanis meeting for anybody who didn't attend Kids Day. There was another fine for anybody whose picture appeared in the paper.
Yeah. Ken was in there.
Yeah,
Ken.
well, so were June and I. You could see us in the background
Oh.
when the magician show shot.
Nobody got you?
Oh, no, we paid.
Okay.
I knew we would. I knew we were guilty.
Yeah. All right. Well, moving on. You may have noticed some red pigs in the neighborhoods. This
Another
is
exciting activity.
this is something that Stacy Karafotis, owner of Lucky Dog, also a officer in the Garden Club, started. It's on Facebook. If you go to Facebook under events, just look for Porch Pig Challenge. And she's challenging everyone to go out and get a pig, paint it red, and put it on your porch. Pretty simple. Sometimes pigs are hard to find, sometimes they're not. But I think you can probably find them anywhere. Cheryl and Michelle, they got each a pig, and they're working on that today. They were working on it. So she's challenging everybody to go ahead and get a pig and put it on your porch.
She's a Rotarian, isn't she?
No, I don't think she. Oh, Michelle is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michelle is. Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, they packed their backpacks today, and she said they did about 150 or 200 backpacks.
Well,
so that was
would
nice.
be nice for kids.
And Garden City Hospital, I guess, did a nice contribution too.
Great.
But anyway, going back to this porch pig challenge, it's to coincide with the sculpture of Willie the Pig, who has kind of been an adopted mascot to Garden City, right on the corner of Ford and Middlebelt. So if you're interested and you like pigs, show your support and go out and get one, paint it red, and you can go on their event page once you do and post a picture of your pig. So that's what that's all about.
Isn't there supposed to be some kind of a drawing or something for best pig or something like that?
I don't know. I don't know if I heard that. Willie continues to grab attention. Blah blah blah. Downtown development. Yeah, I don't see anything about.
Yeah, anyone who takes a picture of their pig.
Oh, yeah, gift
on their
certificate.
front porch.
Yeah.
And post it on the Porch Pig Challenge Facebook
Yeah,
page.
we'll get a gift
Will
certificate.
be eligible to win a prize.
Yeah,
Which will be
she's.
decided next week.
Yeah, she
We'll have a
says.
random drawing September 1st.
Yep, she says that she's trying to get some businesses to donate some gift certificates for prizes. So, step up, businesses, and donate. All right. Also, I wanted to mention the. We wanted to talk about the voluntary patrol, crime prevention, neighborhood crime prevention patrol that's going on in Garden City. Hey. My hat's off to these people that volunteer their time and on the Garden City, Michigan Crime Reporting and Neighborhood Watch Patrol page on Facebook. It was, I think, what's her name? I'm trying to find it now. I missed it. I want to get it. Stacy Tatro is the founder, I believe, of
Yeah,
that.
that sounds right.
And they go around, they patrol your neighborhoods. They have several different zones.
Tracy Tatro.
Yeah, Tracy Tatro. And they have these volunteers that go by. You might see them. They have the decal on their door, and they have the yellow flashing light on their. So if you see them, wave to them, thank them for doing a good job. We appreciate that. The only thing I had an issue with was in this article was the title. Their goal is to take back the city, and I think that's kind of a poor choice of words. We're not crime ridden by any means in Garden City.
No.
But they are helping us stay safe, and we appreciate that.
And they're patrolling primarily at night when
Things can happen.
When things could happen.
Yeah, exactly.
And they don't try to interfere with the police at
No,
all. And
no.
They're very supportive of our police force and what have you. But
Yeah.
sure, more eyes, like you say, if you see something, say something.
Exactly.
And this is
That's
just more
what it's
eyes
all
that are
about.
watching.
Right, right.
And the more people are involved in their community, the safer it's going to be.
Correct.
And
Correct. And then I wanted to also mention the Observer has generously allowed the Garden City Business Alliance members to be guest columnists on page 6 of the business section. And last week, Terry Krausen, who's going to be on our show next week, did a nice article. You can go online and check that out. And today, Michelle Jarrett, she did a real nice article on Garden City, what a great place to call home. She is a realtor for Coldwell Banker in Plymouth. Her phone number is 734-453-6800. If you're interested in buying or selling, you can contact her. But things are looking good in Garden City, according to her. Home prices are going up. Garden City enjoys being one of the safest communities, going back to the last story we did here. One of the 50th safest cities in Michigan in 2014, and 34% below the average of the state of Michigan. So Garden City's doing good. We got a lot of events. We got the Chili Cook-Off, Business Alliance Trunk or Treat, the Afterburn, all kinds of stuff going on in Garden City.
Sandland Parade.
Sandland Parade. It's a great article. So if you have time, go online, hometownlife.com, and check it out under the
Don't you have a
business
business
section.
fair after the parade or something like that?
Yep, Business Expo, which will be held again at the Moose Lodge.
And then next year, of course, we will have our third annual Taste
Taste of
Garden City. What
Taste
is-
Fest.
Taste Fest. Yeah, which is so popular that we have to practically turn people away. We don't have room for any more people.
Yeah.
If you want to participate, you better get your tickets early.
And we'll probably I think that Music in the Park is going to be kind
Yeah.
of a big event this next summer.
I hope so. That was fantastic.
Yeah, that was a good time. And let's see what else. Oh, the trunk or treat's coming up.
Yep.
That's going to be huge. If you're a business and you'd like to sponsor a trunk or treat, we're looking for sponsors. We'll take any donations that you have for candy or anything that. And if you want to be in a trunk at the trunk or treat, let us know. Contact us. All right, I think that's all I have. Let's move on to Mike, huh? We'll close it out. We already did Holly and Joey, so we're good there. So let's get Mike in here, and we'll close it out with some community announcements.
Okay.
Ready to sing?
Absolutely.
All right.
Me and Buddy Holly are always ready to sing. Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. Yes, that'll be the day.
Okay, it's
when
time
you
for
made
some
me
community
cry. You
announcements.
say you're
So
gonna
let's get
leave.
Mike in here.
You know
Mike,
it's a
take it
lie,
away.
'cause that'll be the day when I die.
All right. Yeah, sounded
Okay,
good.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to do a talent show in Garden City next. That's what we're going to have to do.
Well, my talent is in a very narrow range.
All right.
Okay, volunteer drivers are needed for Meals on Wheels.
Yep.
And also volunteers are needed for the thrift store. Please apply at the Maplewood Center, 31735 Maplewood, or call 734-793-1850 for more information. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8:45 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturday, 8:45 to 5 p.m. Yoga on the library lawn for August. We've still got 3 more dates in August. These are Tuesdays in August, 6 o'clock. Open your mind while relaxing your body with a beginner's yoga class on the library lawn.
And bring plenty of water.
Yeah, sponsored by Friends of the Library. Ages 14 out and up are welcome to attend. A $2 donation to the Friends is suggested but not required. Vince Spadassini will lead each class. I guess he must be a big name in yoga.
I don't know.
I can't.
A guru.
A yoga guru.
Yeah.
There's still summer concert series over at the First Methodist Church.
Oh, yeah.
The Big Band Express coming up this Wednesday. Apparently the Optimistics were very popular last night.
Yeah, I heard they were real good.
And they got 2 other events on the 24th and the 31st. So come to for the Methodist Church. These are free concerts at 6:30 on Wednesday evenings in the church sanctuary. They're free, but if you want to make a donation, any money they collect each week, they have a designated charity or civic group that they donate that money to. One week was the Garden City Fire Department. I think another week was Garden City Kiwanis. So
Spread the wealth.
Yeah, that'll help them fund the series in the future years.
Yep.
We have our outdoor flea and food markets at the Straight Farmhouse on the 2nd and 3rd Saturday of each month, June through September. So we still got August and September. They're from 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock, located at Straight Farmhouse, Garden City Historical Museum on Merriman Road, north of Ford Road, on the west side of Maryland. And you probably remember all of the various things that you can bring: toys, antiques, collectibles, jewelry, household items, man cave signs, and much, much more. And they're always looking for vendors. It's $15 for a 10 by 10 space. Call Diane at 734-765-7999 for more information. These are all weather permitting because they're held outside the farmhouse. So,
Right.
So if we actually got rain on one of those Saturdays, Tom, second or third Saturday in August or September.
Tom went to bed, I think. He's
Yeah, then they might have to cancel that. But,
right. That's why they pay the day of.
yeah,
So in case, there is rain.
yeah. Brenda's Butterfly Habitat is still open. It will be open until September 2nd. They're open on Wednesdays through Sundays from 10 to 4. Closed Monday and Tuesday. This is located at Barson's Greenhouse between Ford Road and Merriman Road. You can call the greenhouse 734-421-5959. It's a great afternoon visit or morning visit to take your kids,
It
or
is.
your kids or your grandkids to.
It's just a relaxing
they will be thrilled.
atmosphere.
Yeah,
Really nice.
it's thrilling.
Hard to believe it's September 2nd already. They're going to be closing. It's
Yeah.
just around the corner.
Join the Garden City Kiwanis for their trip to the Greektown Casino.
And now, is there still seats available or no?
I don't know. A week ago, there were 4 seats left.
Okay, so if they
you-
call
call Jerry over at Party Animals, 734-525
To find out.
9797.
because we don't know.
I don't know if they have any seats left.
We're Kiwanians and don't know.
Yeah. Cost is $30. You can pay with cash, check, or credit card.
Yep.
But you get $20 in free slot pay.
That's a
Play at the
great deal.
casino.
Yep.
And after the casino, they're making a trip to the Belle Isle Aquarium and Conservatory. So
Yeah.
that ought to be fascinating.
So what a great day.
yeah.
Yeah. And the bus is air conditioned.
Yeah. And they have raffles on the bus.
Yes. Oh,
And
they have a
winner
good
of the-
time on the bus.
And the winners of the raffle get a free trip from Party Animal.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, come on. You can't beat that.
Yeah,
That's why that bus filled up so quick.
yeah. This is a win-win thing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Winning.
And we've got our first flyer about the downtown Garden City's 2016 Chili Cook-Off
Yep.
Motorcycle and Hot Rod Show.
Right
It'll
around
be
the corner.
Saturday, October 8th from 12 to 5. Hot chili, cold beer, live music, hot rods, motorcycles, petting zoo, wagon rides, miniature golf, face painting, art and craft vendors, food trucks, located at the northeast corner of Ford and Middlebelt. Parking available at the high school. Hopefully they'll have the parking lot done by then because school will have been in session for a month.
Let's hope so. Jeez, they're cutting it close.
With shuttle service available until 5 p.m. Proceeds benefit the Garden City Goodfellows, the United Needy Families, the Straight Farmhouse, and our home food pantry. You can get more information by going to www.downtowngardencity.com or calling 734-261-2830.
Yep. It's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
But after the chili cook-off
Cook-off.
is a real big deal.
Is an afterbird because it ain't time to go home yet.
Yep.
Come to the afterbird, and this will be from 5 to 9 on Saturday, October 8th. Immediately following the chili cook-off, it will feature Bonnie and the Working Girls. So if you had a chance to hear them perform at Music in the Park or Autos for Autism,
Yep.
they're really great.
Yep.
Sponsored by the Garden City Business Alliance.
Beer will be available as well, and food.
Yeah, so you could
It's a great time.
You could make a day of it on October 8th.
Yep.
I was going to ask you,
Mm-hmm.
we've got a area-wide recycling thing coming up at Westland on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Is it this Saturday or is it the week from Saturday?
Ooh.
I don't remember, but I certainly want to go because I got a bunch of things in my garage
Yeah.
that have died.
Hold
and
on
I
one
need
minute.
And I need to get them over there.
I can tell you. Let's see if it's on our website.
I know I had information about that.
Trash service, online garage. You know, they don't have it posted on our website, on the city website. Huh. You'll have to call the city. They'll know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't have it up there. Yeah, you're right. I don't know if it's
I
this
know it's-
Saturday or.
I know it's a Saturday. I know
and
it's
in
August.
Westland.
I know it's in the parking lot back
Behind-
of Penny's.
Yep.
I know they take all kinds of electronic stuff, chemicals like paint and stuff like that,
Yep.
that you can't put in your down the water drains.
Right.
There's
Yeah, I
just a
just
great
don't know
service,
what
and
day.
I got to. I need room in my garage. I got to get rid of it. Of appliances that have died in the last year. I got a microwave, a TV, and a computer. God,
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Mike.
you're welcome.
Okay, we want to remind our residents the next city council meeting will be held Monday, August 15th at 7 p.m. at the council chambers located at 6000 Middlebelt Road. They urge all residents to attend. And I also want to mention that if you'd like to be a guest on our show like Mr. Bennett was tonight, it's very easy. Just send us an email at gccommunitychat@gmail.com and we will shoot you some available dates, and that's all there is to it. Maybe you own a business or belong to an organization and would like to share your information with us and the surrounding communities. If so, this is the forum for you. Once again, email us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com or give us a call at 734-788-9319. We look forward to hearing from you. Don't forget, this show reaches several communities, so if you can, get us that information, and Mike will be more than happy to announce it for you, right?
Absolutely.
That's what we're here for. All right, are you a business owner, resident, or community advocate interested in serving the business community? If so, the Garden City Business Alliance is looking for you. Becoming a member is very easy. Just visit their website at gcbiz48135.org and fill out the contact page or give them a call at 734-788-9319. Also visit their Facebook page at facebook.com/Garden City Business Alliance. Why not consider joining the GCBA and be a part of moving the business community forward? Or better yet, why not come to their next membership meeting, which is tomorrow, Friday, August 12th, 9 a.m. at the Straight Farmhouse in the Grand Parlor at 6221 Merriman Road, just north of Ford Road. If you've never been to the Grand Parlor over there, you've never been to the museum, it's a great place to come and hang out. So this way you'd have a chance of checking it out, too.
Yeah, they'll give you a nice tour of what they.
Yeah, it's all free. Doesn't cost you a dime. If you want to make any donation, they'll take that too. They won't turn it away. That's for sure. Mark Hammer over there and all the folks, they do a great job hosting our morning meetings for us, and we really appreciate it. So we hope you'll be able to attend. We'd love to meet you and hope that you'll become a member of the GCBA. Okay, before we sign off tonight, please jot down these phone numbers. If you'd like to become a volunteer for any of the DDA events, please give Kim or Teresa a call at 734-261-2830. The DDA office is located at 29213 Ford Road. And once again, if you'd like to become a member of the GCBA or volunteer for any of their upcoming events, the phone number is 734-788-9319, or contact them once again through their website, gcbiz48135.org. Both the GCBA and DDA are working hard on events and dates right now, and they're always looking for volunteers, so please contact them today. Well, I think we're ready to call this a podcast. I want to thank our guest, Mr. Alan Bennett from the Garden City High School Community Theater. Also, my co-host, Tom and Mike. Great job, as always, you guys.
Thank you.
I do want to mention, once again, if you're going to plan on going to see Fiddler on the Roof, they would like you to enter
Off of
Maplewood on the south side of the high school there. All that grass will be available, the lawn for parking. They're going to have people out there parking you. So pack your patience, and they're not going to start the show if you're not in there, so don't worry about that. If you'd like to contact Mr. Bennett and be a part of the community theater, once again, his phone number is 734-536-1890, or you can email him at gcfiddler, Fiddler, 1616 at gmail.com. Become part of the community theater. It's a great thing. Get your kids involved or anything. Also, thanks to Joy and Holly, and thanks to our guests in the chat room tonight, also those that will be listening and downloading the show later, and to those that will be watching the show on YouTube. We really appreciate your support every week. Remember, the audio from tonight's show will be available on Facebook at facebook.com/GCChat shortly after we sign off tonight, and also on our main show page at TalkShoe.com, show ID 82757. And look for the video of tonight's show sometime tomorrow on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/communitychatshow. And if you like the show, don't forget to subscribe. Just click on that little red button right below the video. All right, remember, the success of a community depends on the community, so please support your local businesses. And if you see something, say something. Look out for one another out there, like our Crime Watch team's doing. For all your weather information, be sure to head on over to DopplerTomsWeather.com. He's got a great website over there, very user-friendly and very accurate, I must say. So on behalf of Tom, Mike, Holly, and Joey, this is Carrie saying take care. See you all next week, August 18th, when our guest will be Terry Krausen, not Cherry, Terry Krausen from the Growth Coach, right here on TalkShoe.com, show ID 82757. Be safe and have a good night. All right. Good show. See ya, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye. Thanks for joining us. Mike wants to sing some more. All right, talk to you. Bye.